welcome! Friday Roast Med Live in the Finn Library, and today... it's Limbus Day! Are you surprised? No! You shouldn't be. No surprises here.
물을 좀 마셔둬야겠어.
But arguably a little bit fan service-y outie there. Welcome everyone! Hello Nimmy! Hello NSFW man! Hello Kevlar! Hello JCPOA! Hello Exxon! Hello Double Hop! Welcome. Jazz? I don't have anything. I was looking at the dispenser while I was waiting. Look at these! Some of these look so good. This one? He's so chill while there's a nightmare creature behind him. It's crazy. They look very good. Yeah. I'm not as much of a
저녁은 약속이
YouTuber,
따로
so
있어서
I need to get out to
실례하지.
do it for me.
술을 마시는 건 아니냐고? 어쩔 수 없지 않은가? 이것도 중요한 거래처 약속이라고.
It's the hottest one we've got. Hello, did I say no says hello? I probably did. Hello again. You can have a second hello. Why not? I have nothing in particular to do. We have the new extract, which is Sinclair looking real badass. I love these Sinclairs are good. The small and angry Sinclairs make me happy. But no, we've got small and traumatized Sinclair to deal with. Let's get back to some plot! Without further ado. Support, where is it? Where's my... there you are. Need that.
잠깐만, 천천히.
Bonuses. Hello, Dreaming Author, welcome. Brightato. Yeah, she might be a little brightato. It's just about 5 minutes in the stream, and that's how we start. I don't think I could ever match the voice actor just then. That was pretty good. Oh yeah, the middle is one of the fingers. You didn't see Runa. Yes, it isn't. And like I said, all the fingers that I've seen so far have made sense as to how you use your fingers, like index points, thumb. There's a kind of the under your thumb kind of thing. It oppresses people kind of thing. So I did wonder what the middle finger was like, because obviously that one's just ruse. So the middle is one of the things I've seen Runa. They were only referenced as one of the victims of Roland and his very bad day. Oh lordy. So they're rebuilding. So Roland gave the middle finger
야, 너!
Hey, wait! Sinclair leapt forth to chase Chroma before anyone could stop him. However, he's blocked by the remaining Encore Inquisitors. In response, he swings his weapons with a tremendous force I never knew he could exert, crushing the head of the one who grabbed him. The Inquisitor collapses to the ground before even a gasp could escape their mouth. Sinclair would normally keep to the back of the group. This was the first time I saw him charge in unprompted.
뭐야?
What
너 이럴 거면 왜 여태껏 뒤에서 꿈지럭거렸냐?
the hell have you been doing in the back for if you could do that?
본인은 그대들을
I
숨을
remember
먹게 한
with
기억이
clarity.
분명하게
I
있다.
ended your lives. I don't love the background decor of this scene. 10 out of 10 to the artist. 0 out of 10 to my heart.
두개골의 틈새로
I
흘러나온 내
undoubtedly
조각을
witnessed torn
똑똑히
brains,
보았다.
tissue spilled through the cracks in your skull.
그러나
And yet,
그대
here
이단들은
you heretics
지금
are,
땅을 밟고
before me
니네
on
앞에
your
서
feet.
있군.
That's because God has chosen us, okay? I don't know.
오히려 터무니없이
하나
멀쩡히
더
서 있는 건 그쪽
No,
같은데.
not this. No, bad barbecue. Like Long John Silver, bad barbecue. You're not the one to complain about miraculous recoveries. Guido examines me closely with his piercing glare. He He then slowly nods as if observing gave him the knowledge he needed. Am I quieter than usual? I think the game might be a bit louder than usual. I think that's the difference. But let me know if there's any more volume issues. Thank you for saying so. Oh yeah, we did have Tanya and that was it. He then slowly nods as, yeah,
귀하,
you
이단의
there,
머리인
the
자,
one possessing the head of a heretic.
필시
You must be
귀하가
the false
신봉자들을
shepherd
현혹시키고 있는
inciting
것이
this herd into
틀림없고.
blasphemy. He proceeds to nudge his chin at the nailed corpses in the courtyard.
저자들은 불결한
They
몸으로
committed the grave sin
신성의식의
of
중심지에
entering the
침입을 하는
hallowed
대죄를
rites
저질렀다.
with their unclean bodies.
그리하여
Thus, they have
이단과
been
동일한
punished
처벌을
with the
가했다.
same penalty as heretics receive.
스스로의 의지 없이
They have also
기결하는
been
이물을 몸에
subjected
틀어박은
to the
지옥도
humiliation of
겪게 한다.
bodily mechanical intrusions being installed against their will. So can't swear yet. Fudged up.
하지만 그대들은
But
다르다.
you are different.
이단을
The
신봉하던 죄
sin of worshipping a
이단의
heretic
죄보다는
is
경고.
less severe than indulging in heresy oneself.
하여
Therefore, as long as
그대들이
you are willing to
참회하고자 하고
repent
마음을
and
씻어낼
cleanse
수
your
있다면
minds of sin,
우리 망치는
we, the
그대들을
hammer, are willing
용서할
to
용의가
demonstrate forgiveness.
그러니
So I implore
유혹을
you,
마주한 불쌍하고
ye
어리석은 죄인
pitiable, foolish sinners, led astray by
그
temptation,
거짓된 기적을
shake
뿌리치고
off the
빠져나와
allure of that
내
false
앞에
miracle
무릎을 놓이도록
and
하여
kneel before me. No! The confrontation came to a standstill. No one seemed willing to speak first. So you've all been under my spell or something all along? Who'd have thought that? I mean, I guess when only the 13 of them can hear you, you can mouth off all you want. I tried cracking a joke to lighten the mood a little, but no one laughed.
안태 씨,
Dante,
저자의 말은
that man,
당신을
he
모욕한
just
거잖아요.
insulted you. He
인간
doesn't
취급도
even
안
see
하는
you as a
거라고요.
human being. I mean, you guys call me clockface all the time too. I know, but it's okay when we do it, but not when he does. Yeah, he seems like, yeah, absolutely friendly, well-adjusted individual. I'm sure even if you did bow to him, that like everything would be fine and you wouldn't be indoctrinated into a cult. Yeah. Hello, C86, welcome.
그거랑 다르잖아요.
That's not the same at
심지어
all.
저는 그렇게
Besides, I've
부르지도
never
않았...
used that nickname. Ishmael grunted. I haven't done it.
그럴듯한 말만 대충 질러버리면
So you
다
think
되는
throwing
줄
some
아는
fancy words
건데
around will be enough to persuade us, eh?
빠져나와야 할
Listen
건
up,
너야
faceplate.
가면쟁이.
You're the one who needs
머리가
to shake
멀쩡하게
off.
달려 있는데도 그런
Seems to me
생각을
your
하냐?
human brain is just as defective.
기회는 충분하게
You were given
제공하여
ample opportunity.
그대들
I hear
또한
cults
매달리고
have good
꿰뚫린
cookies and
자들과
onboarding
다를 바
perks. I hear such things too, but I hear that loyalty is not a good thing. You should. It's like car insurance. You get to the renewal period and then you swap cults and then you get more benefits. You are no different from those we hung and nailed after all.
나는 망치
I am a hammer.
쥐는 작게
I am
충성하여
a tool for
이단의
the
몸을
one who
꿰뚫
grips.
대업을 맞는
Tasked
도
with a great mission of piercing the false flesh of heretics.
내 너희를 모색해
I shall bind
흙에서
thee
가장
to a
먼 곳에
nail and
위치하게
lay
한다.
thee down furthest from the soil.
죄를 참여하지
For
않는
he who shan't repent.
야, 그
Oi,
개같이 긴
When are you
시비는
gonna
언제
finish this
끝나냐?
stupidly long taunt? Heathcliff does not like your monologuing.
흙으로도
This is
돌아가지
not
못하리라.
granted rest beneath the earth. He had one more line, Heathcliff, one more line. Yeah. I haven't done any
한바탕
training
해볼까?
this last week, so hopefully we can get through with what we've got. We pray.
그런 말을 바라지는 거잖아요.
What would you rather be part of a hammer cult or Church of the Gear cult? I go hammer cult because gear cult, you were either a zombie or a thought gear, and there wasn't really any in between. At least with the hammer cult, I get some cool armor, and all I have to do is like not get any mechanical augmentation, and I'm good. And murder people a lot.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지. 타겟 포착 1시 방향.
The only person who seems to have like sentience in the gear cult was what's the face. The glasses count as mechanical augmentations. Uh oh. That could be a problem. Cause I can see without my glasses. I am not reliant on them, but I get a lot of headaches if I don't have them.
먼저 빠진다.
사실은 그렇게 대단한 일도 아니에요.
So I'd have to live with a lot of headaches if that's the case.
혹시 칭찬을 바라는
However, I would at least still be alive.
말투를 부르는 편이 나았을
I wouldn't
거예요.
be. I don't think I'd be a stalker either. I'm not smart enough to be a stalker. So I would just be a gear zombie. Just sit in that seat and get smashed up. If glasses are augments, then weapons are. That's true! Has anyone told them that their weapons, that the hammers themselves are augments? That they augment their corpses with nails? They're doing augmentations themselves! They'll never listen though. It doesn't matter what we say or do, they're never gonna listen. I mean, also like, what's their stance on the like augmented tattoos that you get in Vtuber? The super tattoos. You give you superpowers. You said you wanted you serve the one who grips. This is Sinclair who grips. You should serve him. Oh lord, he's getting nailed.
적 개체에게 이상한
Owie,
현상이
owie, owie, owie. This is
귀찮다.
fine.
무시하면 안 될 거예요.
Absolutely fine. If they wear clothes instead of trusting the hair on their body to warm them, they're heretics. I know, right? If they wear shoes and they don't just like let their feet get callous, heretics.
죽어.
Heresy!
통 끊기.
This is fine. Friday, book bus, game, book bus, budget. Yes, correct. Hello, Necromancer. I assume they use normal body augments like everyone else does. They seem to be fine with that's true, as long as it's like I was gonna say bionic. That's the exact opposite of what they want. They want as long as it's fleshy, it's okay with them.
한바탕 해볼까?
If it's fleshy, it can stay.
아직 죽지 마라.
If it's fleshy,
아직 죽지 마라.
it gets a passy.
다 죽어라.
So I think it's mechanical augments they don't like. That's true. As long as you look human still, and all those human parts are still flesh-ish, you're good. So to give P-Moon credit, the whole philosophy of the hammer is not just one-off bad guy motivation. The augment does get some layers further into the story. Ooh, that's fun. The ground shook as Guido finally fell. I couldn't help but wonder who really did him in. Yet, we were too exhausted to bother and take his helmet off to check his breathing. Sinclair repeatedly jabbing his spear into the dead Inquisitor. I was hoping someone would double tap him, but Sinclair's got it, so good. The corpse was mangled beyond recognition, its blood and organs spilling over the floor.
싱클레어,
Sinclair,
진정해.
calm down. He didn't seem to care about anything other than the body he was set out to destroy. Occasional pants of rage and tearful gasps were all that came out of his mouth. Sometimes I'll go to like read it and try voice it, but really there's no beating that. There's no following up some of these performances. We'll just let the voice actors speak for themselves. I knew stopping him was the right thing to do, but no one dared to step in. It was evident that he was too blinded by ire to listen to us.
정신 차리게 하는 방법은
I
생각보다
know a
참
way
간단한데.
most simple to bring him back to his senses. With that, Don Quixote suddenly jumped Sinclair and pinned him to the ground. Oh my, the ship! And then she started laying into his face. Yes, she did. I thought she was just gonna slap him once, but no, she just started punching. Sweetie, once is probably enough. One fist thrown after another.
이거 말려야 하는 거 아니야?
Shouldn't we do something?
냅둬. 분내 나는 싸움
Leave
따위.
him be. A couple of calves tussling isn't worth intervening. A cloud of dust rose from her ruthless beating. After a while, Don Quixote cut her onslaught.
어떤가?
Pray tell,
정신이
how
좀
dost
드는가?
thou feel now? Actually, funny enough, I don't think this did trigger much shipping. That is surprising. I would expect this to trigger the shipping.
미안하네.
Pardon my
나도
rash
종종
action.
흥분이 몸을 잠식하면
Oft I would
고삐는
find
말처럼
myself
날뛰곤
overcome
했지.
by fervor, rampaging much the same as a riderless horse.
그럴 때는
At
내
such
옛
moments,
친구들이
mine
정신
old
차릴
friend
때까지
helped me
나를
come to
두들겨
myself
패곤 했다네.
by beating me senseless.
그렇게 해야만 정신이 드는 때도 있는 것
'Twas at
같더군.
times the only remedy to the fervor that had overtaken me.
아하. 그러니까
Ah,
베르길리우스
so in
씨하고도
that sense,
친구 관계라는 거죠?
Virgilus must be a good friend of yours, right?
그게
Oh, look at the baby. Tears plinked down from Sinclair's bruised eyes.
가만두지 않겠어.
I'll get her for this.
우리 집으로 가서 그 개새끼한테 말뚝을 쑤셔 넣을 거예요. 그런 다음은
I'll go to my home. I'll skewer that bitch. I'll skewer her with a stake and then... The rest of his sentence was overrun with pained sobbing. After a while of sniffling, Sinclair finally seemed to calm down as he put a hand to his face and started muttering.
하루아침에 모든 걸 잃었어.
Lost everything overnight.
그때는
Back then,
저들이 못과
they didn't
망치라는 이름을
parade
내세우지도
their
않았고
Nagel and Hammer around.
저렇게
We
많은
didn't
인원으로
see
공공연히
large groups
다니지도
like that in
않았어요.
the open.
하지만
But at some point,
자기들을 망치라고 하는
people
자들이
calling themselves
하나둘씩 마을에
hammers started
들어서더니
showing up in town, one by one.
됐어 꼬맹이.
It's
거기까지면
okay,
됐어.
kiddo. No need to push yourself. Roger gently patted him on the back.
아직도 생각하곤 해요.
Still think that sometimes
나쁜 꿈 속에서
this is all just a bad
아직
dream
깨지
I'm
못하고 있는
having
건 아닐까.
trouble waking up from.
매일 아침마다 잠에서 깨서
Always
눈을 뜨기 전에
Every morning
항상-
before I open my eyes.
이것만큼은
Maybe this time,
익숙한 우리 집의
Oh, wait.
천장이
this is fine.
나오지 않을까.
Apparently something sounded like those words. I'll wake up and see my familiar ceiling, just maybe. After he said that, he broke into tears. It only made sense to wait for him to settle down. Poor baby!
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐군. 다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
And the trauma, that's not the end of the trauma, is it? Let's go. A bad dream. It's all just a bad dream, sweetie. All just a bad dream.
어머, 부탁드려요.
A bad dream.
흑수며
I wish it was all just a
뒷박질
bad dream. This is so hardcore. Like as you said after that Canto's really
움직임이
got
어지러워서 못 봤어요.
it got
뭐,
moony.
또 대단한 일이라도 하는
So we're just
거겠죠.
thinking back to where we were at this time in Canto 2.
가치 없
And maybe at this point Sinclair had done his little dance and appeased the crowd. And we'd goofed our way to the top.
히스페이퍼 지금.
시야 확보.
And Roger had gotten through a poker game by bluffing and here we are with horrific shit.
깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에 작살났다고.
Who
불길 속으로. 좋아. 대단하구만.
다음 목표로.
That's very cute, though. Don Quixote just kind of doing the same to Sinclair the Federalist did to her. Because it worked!
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐? 저놈들 무기까지 줘서 철수하자고.
Oh, so that was literally just a battle. Cool, give me more plot! I want more plot. We need more plot. Plot is good. Plot is tasty. Plot is traumatic! And that's how we like our plots. We especially like trauma to babies. So that we could have some comfort. But I really don't think we're going to get any comfort to this hurt, are we? We entered the charred mansion, and Sinclair led us to the basement. When he opened the door, a long underpass leading to an unknown destination was revealed to us. To think there'd be a tunnel down here.
제
So
짐작이
if my
맞는다면
guess is
이
right,
통로가
then this passage should
로보토미
lead to the
집으로
branch
이어지는
facility.
통로일 거예요.
지하실에 대체 왜 이런 수상한 통로가
Why are you
있는
keeping
거야?
this shifty shaft under your basement?
원래는 없었어요.
It wasn't here before.
뭐?
What?
그럼 우리 어떻게 알고
How
지하실로
did you
안내한
know
건데?
we ought to go to the basement?
나침반이 북쪽 방향에 이끌리듯이
It's like
그냥
how magnetic.
느낌으로 알 수 있었던 것뿐이에요.
What is going on with my voice commands at the moment? Why am I on fire so many times today? This is fine. This is fine. I might turn that off. It's getting a little trigger happy right now. Stop listening. There we go. We don't need that right now. I have enough trauma right now. I don't need to be on fire. It's like how magnetic fields draw a compass needle northward. I was brought here by my intuition.
그거 아니었나요?
Isn't that what it is?
저희를 가지를 향한
You're bringing
나침반으로
us
쓰려고
along
데리고
to use
다니는
us
거.
as sensors for the burrows. Sinclair quietly looked at Faust. Instead of answering him, she strode past him and stood before the door.
재질을 보아하니 비교적
Judging
최근에
from the
만들어진 것
material,
같군요.
this tunnel seems to have been made relatively recently.
아마 엔사의
It was likely
파견원들이
dug by
이곳을 점령하며
Encorp's
만들어 놓았겠죠.
expeditionary force when they had occupied the town. That's fine, paper. I had voice commands for the words "this is fine" for the fire to trigger because it memes and goofs, but it seems to be extra sensitive today.
짧은 길은 아닐 거예요.
It won't be a short trip, given that
그들만을
this
위한
passage was
통로인 만큼
excavated for their use.
적들을 마주칠
We will
가능성도
assuredly run into
다분하겠죠.
foes on the way. We should move once we
준비되었으면
are ready.
출발하죠. 그렇게 쳐다보지 마세요,
Don't give me
단테.
that look, Dante.
저는
I am simply
아무
not in
말도
a
할 수 없을
position to
뿐이에요.
comment on it. Oh Faust, you know so much and tell so little.
흑수며 뒷박질춤.
사실은 그렇게 대단한 일도 아니에요. 혹시 칭찬을 바랐다면 엔젤라님이나 마이크를 부르는 편이 나았을 거예요. 제가 아니라요.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
Oh wait, I have the Virgilus announcer now. I should probably put that on for fun. We'll
잠시
replace
어지러워서
Nettie.
못 봤어요.
Hello
뭐,
Pie, welcome.
또 대단한 일이라도 하신 거겠죠?
불길 속으로.
먼저 빠진다.
Bye Heathcliff.
이 자리에
Thank you
서
for your
있게 해달라고
service.
바라고 놓쳤어요. 단 한 번도.
You never wanted to be an announcer, Nettie? Not even once? But you could just like get drunk and then comment on things. I thought that would be a good job for Nettie.
움직임이 어설퍼요.
Kick! There! Bug! Pew pew pew.
항상 보는 장면이지만 볼 때마다 무기력해지죠.
좋아.
The little creepy laugh from this version of
저 객체의
Sinclair
상태가
is
좋지 않네요.
a whole
사소하지만
thing at the moment.
상황은 좋아지겠어요.
I said, hello Pie, welcome! And I don't know what else I said in that sentence because I can't remember because brain. Yeah, that's true, it is Lobnetty, he is bad.
흑수며 뒷박질춤.
Lobnetty doesn't have access to books that can manifest alcohol, so that makes sense why he's bad.
움직임이 어설퍼요.
I can see them all being a little more sad in Ruina, like,
그 누구도 이곳에선 안전할 수 없어요. 저 개체도 마찬가지겠죠.
because they all, like, did Dina have access to enough tea
죽음.
in Lovecorp? Depression arc Nettie. Oh, I want Ruiner Nettie. Can we get Ruiner announcers at some point? That would be lovely. Because I don't really know the Lobcorp ones. Audio! PC crashed. Boo.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까.
Boy.
그렇겠죠?
I really want to get like some upthreading done. Bina is Lob Bina's indescribable. What about Ches? Did he get enough coffee in Lobcorp? Next on purchase should be Tiff announcer. I will wail. Fair. Yeah, I missed the yes on one, didn't I? Which is a shame. I like that. 'Tis the way of starting a bit late. He had a Lobcorp mug. Wonderful. At least he got his coffee.
어머, 부탁드려요.
At least someone got their beverage of choice. Gosh, I had 3 beverages for this treat. I had my tea, I had my cream soda flavored Pepsi, and I have my water.
잠시 어디서 못
Probably filled with oil.
또
Because
대단한
he was
일이라도
a
하신
robot.
거겠죠?
Yeah, that's true. They
흑수며
were like
뒷박질춤.
not quite people, weren't they? They were like their little boxes. Look, they boxed people. Hello, Scott Savine. Arguably, Lobo Chest has too much coffee. Oh, yeah. Not too much coffee.
한바탕 해볼까? 죽어.
대단하구만.
Oh,
움직임이
he
어설퍼요.
goes through his bullets so fast. Oh lordy.
그 누구도
So
이곳에선
many.
안전할 수 없어요. 저 개체도 마찬가지겠죠.
불길 속으로.
Yeah, I want to get rid of Nettie. Nettie's a little too sad for me as an announcer. He's just a bit depressing. I rather drunk Nettie than depressed Nettie. Even better would be Nettie with some therapy who could be happy and not have an alcohol problem, but you know, they do live in the city. That might, well, they live in the outskirts now. That might be too much to ask. I'm sure they can find a book about therapy. Could they not manifest the therapist in the library and then they could all have some therapy while they're out of the city and they don't have to worry about all that nonsense? Oh god.
흡수묘, 뒷박질 춤.
Might be having a problem here. Where you guys said about thread stories for the IDs. Where do I get access to those, by the way? Because I'm very looking forward to like getting some plot out of these little IDs and how their little lives exist. You'll learn, I'll learn. Okie dokie.
사실은 그렇게
No
대단한 일도
problem.
아니에요.
I
불길
will
속으로.
learn.
혹시 칭찬
I'm excited. Mostly for the Sinclair one. The one who grew it Sinclair and how that kind of happened.
못 만나서
I can guess,
미련
obviously,
불길
But-
속으로. 다음
but
목표.
I need to read it. I need to know
가치 없군.
what universe this happened. Because that's basically what the IDs are, aren't they? Just like alternative possibilities they had as people.
의뢰비랑 보호수당에서 사용한 탄환값을 빼면
Yeah, mirror worlds, indubitably.
아,
Hello,
오늘은
Maxwell.
제사비로 손해를 메울 필요가 없네요.
Choo choo. Oh, is this the entrance to the dungeon? Ooh, we're here. Let's go. Edit support. There we go. Go. Recommended level 30? Oh no. My current average level is 20. I've like leveled a team-ish, but none of them are 30. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. We should probably do some training first. Saving up for the Alters event? Oh no. Get the full stops to 30. Can we get some like XP in here? That would be nice. Maybe we can just speed things up if I get some training tickets with. Yeah, let's do that. Boom. I just want some training stuff. I want the rest. That'll do lovely. There we go. That'll save me some time. And we can get the full stops up to 30. I don't want all of them. Just like, but it might be all of them. Maybe we should get Honolulu to 30 first though, because Heathcliff likes to run away. Yeah, I can do some up tires and stuff. At the moment, I'm not too bothered. I'd rather focus on what I've got. So we got 30 there. How many more? I've got 3 more, so I'll get to 26 there. I want to up-tie this boy because I want to know. UT3, what does that mean? Up-tie 3, up-tie 3. Understood. I figured it out. So I've uptied one.
가슴에 세 발. 머리는 쏠 필요도 없겠네요.
Ooh, now he looks fancy. Ooh, nice. Ooh. What? Oh, are these the plots I get? Nice! Hold your fire. Ah! Oi, hold your fire, lad. Low, ready now. Thanks for repeating after me. Can't see too well through all this smoke. A battlefield thick with the smoke of war. The chaotic cacophony of gunfire and grinding gears came to a sudden stop at the child's hand sign. They were contracted by the Association for the Eradication of the Church of Gears. Yes, I remember that. Is Argalia gonna turn up and shove them in the library? Because that happens. The child accepted the contract with gusto, but things weren't quite going according to plan, thanks to certain unexpected variables. Full stop, obviously they had Honglu money. Be careful with prop-relevant uptight stories, because they can spoil. Ah, okie dokie. I'm gonna have to rely on you guys to warn me on that stuff. Doesn't seem like they'll be closing the distance anytime soon, right? Yeah, but I don't know if it's a good idea for us to shoot first. Not to mention how we've already wasted a lot of bullets. This contract is a bit more troublesome than I'd expected. I guess that's what you get for picking up a She Association contract. Despite already having spent quite a lot of bullets, the child and his colleagues were having some trouble making such headway. There was the hot steam, a byproduct of boosting their powers, and the smoke coming out of grinding gears. But worst of them all was the erratically moving gear worshippers, the very targets of their contracts. Not only are they constantly moving, but their movements are all so bloody offbeat. I'm having some difficulty getting good shots in, lads. Got any bright ideas? We'll probably get full stop Sinclair at some point. Like, he's already there. He's got the design. He just needs the ID. We'll get there. The worshippers were sliding out of the bullet's trajectories in bizarre, fluent movements, as though they could tell where the guns were aiming. Benefits of installing thought gears, a calculation unit made from humans. So, should we just start blasting and hope for the best? I don't hate that idea, but the budget for the bullets wasted. It's gonna come straight out of Boss Man's pockets again, even if we finish the contract. The colleagues glanced anxiously at the child as the prospect of having to dip into their boss's funds became increasingly likely. Although to be careful with people's warnings, because some people don't understand that something might only be a spoiler if you know what it is. Yeah, so some things are going to be the difference between spoiling and foreshadowing. However, the child's expression was calm and casual as always, and he'd even begun humming a pleasant tune. I think my budget can handle a volley, unless you're looking to shoot a teleologic ammunition full auto. Now, that'll bankrupt even me. Thank you for the follow, Renta! I appreciate it. Yay! It's true, it was a big yeet door. Howdy, how's Limbus Company? Indubitably, we do be Limbusin. It's true, it was that big of a deal for this child to pay for the bullets, as long as they made each one count. He could handle it, even if the officer's funds were about completely deleted. All he had to do was say the word, and the family would send him some pocket money. That pocket money, being the equivalent of the officer's yearly budget, could fill their warehouse to the brim with ammunition. It wouldn't leave them much, of course, but still. Not everyone found this attitude to be pleasant. Blimey, I just don't like it! Makes us feel like parasites every time we gotta ask your family for favours. Well, what are the choices we got? We can break down their cover with impact rounds, but they're hiding in that smoke. Alright, everyone, let's all relax and get it done like we always do. I'll take the vanguard, so please cover me. Wah! Hi, Yan! Thank you for the raid, Yan! Raid. Hello, Dermy. Welcome, Mr. Bulletman. Indubitably. You're on Canto 6. I'm only on Canto 3. So please be careful for spoilers. Pretty please. I've seen people unintentionally spoil something by screeching spoilers, essentially. Highlighting something significant. That has kind of happened before, won't lie, but, you know. It's the risk you take for streaming, and people get excited about stuff. I obviously avoid spoilers. I don't think anyone would spoil on purpose, so I don't get too mad about it. People just get excited. Right, I gotta take care of any buggers that get too close, yeah? No need to tell me how to do my job. Once more. Good. I like to state it just in case, because obviously with this screen you don't know where I'm up to. I do think that Spice Bush is a spoiler when uptied. That's okay, I pretty much kicked Spice Bush off the party at this point, so it's fine. That's great and all, but how about this? I think I just came up with a plan. The child's voice was as gentle as always, but there was a certain confidence and divisiveness in it as he explained the new strategy. Just waiting for April to be over. What happens at the end of April? After listening to the new plan quickly described over the brief lull of battle, the two colleagues nodded affirmatively. Okay then, I'm going in. Oh, well, purges. Everyone's been telling me to save for that, and I have been. So I'm looking forward to it. Canto 8. Ooh, exciting. With that, the child leapt into the thick miasma of smoke without hesitation. Oh, look at him go. Pew, 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 pew. And knife. He could barely see what was ahead, and smoke was suffocating, but the child did not stop. He began pulling the trigger with abandon the moment he ventured into the smoke. Most of them flew fruitlessly towards nothing, but he wasn't planning to hit the worshippers anyway. Heathcliff, now. A thunderous gunshot rings out even before the child says his full name through the receiver. The bullet fired at a moment's notice lands a direct hit into the worshipper's brain. He'd drawn them to the perfect angle for his sniper colleague to line up his shot. Once he confirmed that the thought gear inside the worshipper had come to a complete stop, the child did not waste a second and gave his next order. I'll draw them out, so start blasting on my count of 3. Yes, sir! 1, 2, 3. Pew, 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 pew. Bullets mustn't possess the firepower to penetrate building walls or steel. The child knew well about the head's taboo involving firearms, and with that knowledge twisted the disadvantages to his own advantage. Drawing a worshipper next to a building, taking cover on the other side of the wall himself, then ordering his colleague to fire a penetrator round would be an example of one such strategy. Another would be forcing the enemies to take cover behind a wall, requesting his colleagues to fire an impact round and demolishing the wall to bury them in the rubble. The child soon realized that there was but a single worshipper remaining, having survived the slow but methodical takedown of the other worshippers. Looks like their leader escaped. So you're the last one of the group. Seeing as you have 2 gears, I may assume that you are in a higher position than the others? A mere addition of 1 extra gear provided the lone worshipper a tremendous advantage in their final resistance. I had a local idiot. You're not too late. It's all good. The worshipper nimbly wriggled out of bullets' trajectories even after the child drew them to an open position, and any penetration rounds that hit bounced off impotently against its steel armor. Oi! You alright over there? I don't have a clear shot anymore. You're in my dead angle. His colleague, realizing that this was not a foe to be underestimated, hollered worriedly in the child's direction. Pirate Garaga, Shotgun Ryoshu, Full Stop Hongu, and Heath. Are they a good team? I think you two have done a great job supporting me so far, but it's time to end this. It doesn't seem that the child agrees with their concerns. The child steps forward, beaming with a casual smile. A sturdy breastplate made of steel. Some would purchase impact rounds to destroy the metal without penetrating it. Some would purchase microbullets to shoot through any visible holes in the armor. But the child sought a much simpler solution to this life of yours. There was nothing stopping him from cutting through the metal with his dagger, after all. A workshop-made dagger in the child's hand cut through the worshipper's armor like a knife through butter, and he aimed the barrel into his newly created gap in the worshipper's armor. By the time the echoes of the 3 gunshots had dissipated into thin air, the worshipper's gears had already stopped turning. I place the final full stop. Very cool. So that's how thread-ups work. Thread-ups. Up threads. Thready McThreadpantsers. And we got the fancy picture! Yay! I don't have enough to up-tie anymore. Because I'd like to up-tie... Oh, no, I do have enough! Heck yes!
들켰다. 너희들부터 뒤로 물러서 내가 응사할 테니까.
Pew, pew, pew! I have a lot of thread right. I do, which is great. I can up-tie everything. 10 out of 10. Will do again. That one's got away with words. I'll give them that. Enough to also up-tie Claire to 3. Yes! I wouldn't up-tie everything. Yeah, I've played gachas before. I know that leveling up everything is silly, so it's okay. I would love to. In an ideal world, I would love to just be able to level up everything. Sweet talking miserable blokes while wearing those bizarre gears in their heads. How could anyone be convinced to willingly turn themselves into some meat-gear monster? Still got my level 15 module Eco to up-tie 4 modules. Nice. Not really, have enough for 2 or 3 more. I'm gonna spend all 3 on the Sinclair because I need to see the up-tie story. I need it. You meet gears, thought gears, loads of wankers with gears shoving into their heads. All just to become smarter or something, isn't it? In it! The fact that that didn't say in it does disappoint me. Although at this point, I have a fully built team for each status. That's very good. I do not. I am still kind of scraping with whatever I've got at the moment. He's not exactly... That's why I love Heathcliff's writing. I think they've done a really good job at localizing him with British slang. What a load of shite. I mean, I can't believe how anyone could think that their lot in life is to be a piece of gear in someone else's noggin. I don't suppose it's any of my business. Let's get back to work. What was it that Onglu said? It's a rare, lucrative opportunity. Yeah, it'll be good for us. Ah, this rifle. I thought Boss Man was some madman when he decided to purchase these firearms. Maybe we can go full America team. We magic bullet, Altis, and deadly butterfly. Yes, everyone with guns. Have we got any thumb IDs yet? We need thumb IDs. Right, there's a load of bollocks then, eh, mate? In it, bruv. I didn't even have a steady income then. And we were scouted into the team like stray animals, getting taken in by some charity office and getting exploited to hell by other no-name officers left and right. Not that I don't deserve to be here. I was always confident in my abilities. No thumb yet? Yet. But still, that suggestion that we should use those expensive guns all of a sudden was so out of the blue that I couldn't help but think it was some shady shite. I thought, oh, it must be one of them scams where they buy me this expensive but broken gun and ask me to pay for its repairs and whatnot. When I was just getting ready to smash the office to bits, trying to get a single straight word out of Boss Man. Prob's a future well-beat, probably. He showed me an entire box, the size of my hand, filled to the brim with ammunition. Didn't think the truth would be so simple. That the Boss Man's just a loaded man. Well, I suppose he did threaten us with no pay if we ever pointlessly wasted our bullets. A month of no pay for every shot missed, was it? And I thought, thinking logically, that it'd be smarter to get me a sniper rifle so there's less chance of me wasting bullets. So that's how this gun became my partner through thick and thin. I'm still quite fond of flip it out, smashing everything to bits with no concern for what comes next, but I think it fits me just as well. Maybe. I guess there's a satisfying side to this. Especially when I'm about to blast sods like I'd rather not talk to. Ready, Heathcliff? Ready. Once the worshippers are in sight, make sure your gun is loaded and wait for my signal. Looks like I'll be hurting our wallets a tad more than usual today. Is that alright with you? Oh, breaking out the theologic high-velocity pulverization round, are we? Yeah, those gears in their heads. Regular rounds will just bounce right off them. Better to grind them down and pulverize them. That's true. I'm tipping we see a lot of syndicates in Ryoshu chapter. Well, her picture had all the different fingers in the background, didn't it? So that would make sense if we got a lot of syndicates in the back for Ryoshu. Honglu and Heathcliff are a better team than Heathcliff. He was, and I also kind of noticed that Heathcliff and Sinclair appear together a lot. I guess it's kind of the opposites weirdly get along. You did miss a little bit, Howdy, but that's okay. We got to the dungeon in Canto 3, and now I'm just up-tying some people and training a little bit before we go in. I'll be deducting your pay if you ever use more than a single round against the same enemy, though. Shut it, mate. I'll be grumbling all the same if I were using the cheapest ammunition on the market. You know how expensive these bullets are? A Taylor Logic ammunition is pretty expensive, even for me. Ha, understood. Push the tactical sight forward, and the chamber reveals itself below. I remove the topmost bullet from there and carefully place it with a silver-plated, beautifully engraved bullet. Special round loaded, ready to fire. Sinclair did go ape shit, and then Don Quixote punched it out of him. Beep beep. I heard 2 bleeps of the comms opening and closing instead of a worded reply. That's the code for Roger that. He must be in their earshot. That's very close. Then I should get ready. Pew! Beep! The magnetic rail makes a funny noise as it begins to charge. Going for the bullseye. Gunpowder detonates, adding even more power to the bullet blasting forth from the barrel. I feel the recoil ram my shoulder backward. Ha. A sniper rifle that uses 2 different propellants in tandem. Now that's something you don't see every day, even in most workshops. More like forced to get along by Virgil. But they're always together! You think I've watched Shot the fuck up? Your local Ren, welcome! Of course, S-Class workshops can probably produce all kinds of fantastical items that'll easily trump something like this, but I'm sure I can count the number of S-Class workshops with my one hand. Doubt there's more than 3 tops. And their stuff's gotta be exceedingly expensive too, even for the boss man. So, excluding those outliers, this gun's gotta be the best. But what the hell? Heathcliff? You missed? What? No, what the? They've gotta have some kind of foresight or something, dodging my bullet like that. Well, I guess there are surprises around every corner in the city. It's beyond me how this bloke can remain so bloody calm and flippant, even in situations like these. He did. He effed it. When your wife is a color, it isn't that hard to spam. Oh, fuck. Relocating. This nest's compromised. Gotcha. Looks like we'll have to do the thing. I'll leave it to you, Honglu. Okay, I've got this. Bossman covers me when I'm on the move. And whenever I've got whenever they've got sorry. And whenever they've got cornered, I identify the weak links and blast them with my sniper rifle. We've done this together more than a dozen times. There's no mucking up in our teamwork. Well, unless the enemy is clearly out of our league. But I can see that carefree grin of his all the way from here. Looks like we're gonna be okay. Oh, by the way, I'm deducting your pay for this month because you failed to kill them with a single shot, just like I promised. Saying stupid shit like that when they've got an advantage over us, it really is a piece of work. Nice. Okay, one more. We're gonna updupe this guy too. Honglu is wonderful. What? I don't have anything to level up with. Uptime! Uptime!
특별한 기분은 아니네요.
Yes.
자질이 있는.
Right, I would like to see how this trauma happened. Pretty, please. Let's go. Trauma. Sinclair? A soft and gentle voice enveloped the area. Hello, Nuffy. Hello, Ricardo. I've unlocked the Giga Slap of Doom. Wonderful. Look, this way, Sinclair. The voice is rapping. Oh god, Lament is in the background. Oh lordy. Perhaps coiling even. alas. Isn't this a magnificent sight? The laughter of the one standing next to the child completely twisted the air, like a hair-raising shriek made by two sharp pieces of metal scraping against each other, then flicking away. Examining the area closely, one could see that it was surrounded by a raging knife-like flame. How does it feel, Sinclair? How does it feel to witness this sight ablaze? Her voice could even be described as manic, her wry smile more twisted than the fire around her. That is when the child opened his mouth. Yeah, Cromer Faust. Claim to kill Cromer in one move, nice. His lips trembled. His lungs brought up gasps and huffs. Could this be a response of fear? Indeed, it may seem that way. The child most certainly had something that one could call a chance. He could have hatched out of the shell that is fate, with his own strength, and gripped control over the path his life should take. And yet, it's beautiful, Faust. Beautiful to look at those vile and repulsive things being purged. It's not so easy to reject the ease of letting another crack in the egg. Letting another crack the egg from the outside. Even if they aren't your mother bird. Even if they wrest hold of your path and jostle it. That disquieting flame, almost mistakable for warmth, lures you into giving up your strength before it like a comforting bonfire. You are hearing some Millie, yes you are. Why didn't I let go earlier, Faust? I didn't need to bother trying to think or ponder so much when there was a clear answer laid right before me. The child spoke with a trembling voice, whimpering on the verge of tears. Pushed out of his nest all too soon, feigning the confidence he sorely lacks. A baby bird who hasn't even broken his shell fully. That would be the description most befitting this child. Not just anyone can be like Faust, Sinclair. However, it's alright. The child with silver hair spoke, pointing to the sky. Up above, something muttering indistinct mechanical noises was skewed to a nail. Sinclair is a manhwa protagonist, and I love it. The child's pupils further sink, while his tremble grows yet more intense. It was painfully evident that he did not wish for what he was witnessing. Despite him knowing this as well, he has decided that he will be ignorant of it. Despite still thinking that what he is doing isn't right, he cannot resist the convenience of letting this mysterious mother bird bring him food. A pink chick who does nothing but gape and swallow. Having dived into a pot of boiling oil, the child had no choice but to flutter with his melting arms. Though by the time the fire dies down, he'll have been reduced to ash. The child loved. Congratulations, Sinclair. Now you've become someone who can laugh at that sight. The one standing next to the child celebrated with him sincerely. In truth, she was lauding her own achievement more than anything. If there really were possibilities diverging into numerous worlds, she had managed to mold the child into a form one of those worlds must envy. It may even be that someone from another world has already been infatuated by a glimpse of the changing and charring child. Soon enough, that world will face a storm of fire, oil and sparks. The child there will face a Sinclair, a similar yet distinct trial. Now let us begin, Sinclair. The cleansing of this world. Okay. The child weeps amidst the fire. He shall ultimately be snuffed out in flame, unceasingly swinging the steel in his two arms and failing to grip anything in his hands, unable to thread the path he chose. Whether he will break the shell from inside, or instead yield himself to the ease of being gripped open. What happens in that world will stay there. Though if you ask which world will be the first to reach that point, who could ever know? Oh, that was good! I like that. Oh, the image and description. Oh! That was tasty. Mama Faust! Taking this boy down a dark path. Oh, that's good, it's good, it's good. I don't see why not. It's a fun game. You'd obviously have to like get a new team and everything. You'd be kind of stuck with that one. The one who shall grip. Yeah. Faust went crazy. I kind of want Chroma Faust because I want to see her up tie as well. How did that happen? Faust is so smart. How did she become a cult leader? Actually, no. I kind of answered my own question with that one. Faust is smart. That's how she became a cult leader. Right. I need to potentially train a little bit more before we go into the next bit. See the dispenser for that. Yeah, you can go in. It'd be kind of an earlier one, wouldn't it? In the season 1. Yeah, one who grips. There she is. I can look at it. I can look at her, but I can't. Yeah, that's the picture you guys showed me on Discord. Faust is better at it than Chroma. Yeah, that's why she managed to actually get Sinclair on side. Whereas Chroma failed. Game of Faust. I'm going to convert so many people through the internet! Terrible. I love that we can do that. Button, 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 button. I know it's not the red button. That's so good. So good. The art, bro. Anyway, we're getting distracted. Should we have a go at the dungeon or Gamer Faust? Probably gotta train that, really, haven't we? I mean, I haven't done a mirror dungeon yet. We could do that, potentially. Bad end IDs are so good. I know, we love them! Faust is a cheater. I will say nothing more than that. Wonderful. Let's see about... Oh, I can do the higher level one now too. NFL's banned for bigotry. We don't get any bonuses from thingy, do we? We don't get
불로 정화하고
any grind.
깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Look at that.
한바탕 해볼까?
Will the event have spoilers though? That's the main reason I've avoided the event so far. Is I don't really want to get any spoilers.
지금 공로 지원한다.
기분 조절이
잠시 어지러워.
아직 죽지 마라.
That's not too surprising that Honglu is
거겠죠?
there. Oh look, we get their cool. Oh my gosh.
깔끔한 헤드샷.
Look at
머리통에
those.
적살났다고 다 죽어라.
사실은 그렇게 대단한 일도 아니에요. 혹시 칭찬을 받았다면 엔젤라님이나 말쿠트를 부르는 편이 나았을 거예요.
You can't do it anyway.
제가
To
아니라요.
Oh, so I can't do the event.
한바탕 해볼까?
No, Corin. Win button says that's okay. Oh, look at him. He's so cool.
끔찍한 충격이네요. 할 말이라도 있으시다면
Grippy boy, I want to see your fancy. Fancy. Grippy Claire. Grippy Claire. I love that as a thing to call him, Grippy Claire. I know N Claire makes sense as well because it's N-Corp, but Grippy Claire. Oh, I want to read fanfic about that so bad. I want to read fanfic about me, Evil Sinclair and Evil Faust together, and their twisted little family. But I don't want to get spoiled. You can't look at fanfic this early into the thing, but I want to read it so bad. Now when heat runs off, Hong should call him off map by. Oh, that's good. Oh, this is on. That's his thing, isn't it?
먼저 빠진다.
적 개체의 상태가 좋지 않네요.
Doing mirror dungeons, just don't pick any packs that have stuff you never saw if possible. Okie dokie. Thank
한바탕
you for the
해볼까?
tip. I don't have this Ryoshu. This is a support Ryoshu.
가치 없.
This is me getting someone else to do stuff for me. Look at the boy.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐?
Let's do a few
저놈들
more
무기까지
of
좋아서
those.
철수하자고.
You might have, you might not have. Can I level up here? I can level up here. Okay, so we don't get much for what we're throwing in at the moment, but you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. Ryoshu, do. We could do some different ones. We could do the Edgar family butler, Mr. Linton's butler. Let's go.
헌팅 커틀러리 준비 끝.
Mr. Linton's butler ready to stab.
전투응대 나선다.
I have accepted many people's friend requests in the chat, so you may have been one of them, but I will be totally honest if I cannot remember who I have accepted and who I have not. If I have been sent friend requests, I have accepted it. So I'm not going to tell you.
공로 지원한다.
또 대단한 일이라도 하신 거겠죠?
한바탕 해볼까?
한 점만 노린다.
But I'm not getting any extra event currency from this anyway, am I? Because it's the trading thing.
이러면 쏠수
Yeah,
있죠?
it's in the Discord. You should be able to find my thing in the Discord.
사실은 그렇게 대단한 일도
전투응대
아니에요.
나선다.
혹시
Oh, we
칭찬을
are?
받았다면 엔젤라님이나 말쿠트를 부르는
Fair
편이
enough, I will
나았을
get a different.
한바탕 해볼까?
I'll put her back for the next
아니라요.
one. I'm a bit quiet.
싸움을 준비하고.
Okay, okay.
움직임이 어설퍼요.
Fair enough. It looks okay on my side. I don't know. I can push myself out of a little bit, but I obviously don't want to stop peeking, so that's as loud as I can put myself comfortably. Butler's cool. Butler's cool. Even if I'm not getting event XP, I'm getting a small treat of seeing something else.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
Get the treat of seeing Butler Ryoshu instead of Bunny Ryoshu. They're both good. Who died?
사소하지만 사랑을
전투운대
좋아할 수
나선.
있어요.
Every story stage gives event currency. Only the event stages can repeatedly give event currency. Other story stages give a one time.
그래요.
그러니
그게
알아서
의미 있는
잘
성과는
피해야지.
아니지만요.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐? 저놈들 무기까지 주어서 철수하자고.
Again! Heathcliff! Oh, so close! Grinding is the way today. I do apologize. Try, make sure I am more leveled next time. Yeah, because it doesn't have the thing here that says I'm gonna get currency, but...
뒷박질 시간.
He kind of does look like a sad wet cat.
한바탕 해볼까?
He does have sad wet cat energy in that picture, you're right!
힘 조절이.
잠시 어지러워서 못 봤어요.
Poor little
또
Sinclair.
대단한 일이라도 하시는
Wet cat adopted by gamer girl. The two of them start a Vtuber channel, gaming. The nail and hammer of gaming. It's called They Who Grip,
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
사실은 그렇게 대단한 일도 아니에요.
and they specifically play only games where you wield a hammer.
받았다면 엔젤라님이나 말쿠트를 부르는 편이 나았을 거예요. 제가 아니라요.
That's what I said, they don't give event currency, but then people are saying they are getting event currency, and then I'm not getting event currency. Like I said, I was sure this didn't give me event currency. It doesn't matter. Whatever. As long as I have a support to carry me through, and it's fine.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
공로 지원한다.
No, we're doing grind stages. We're grinding. You see me grinding. They hating because the dungeon wants me to be level 30 and I'm not level 30.
먼저 빠진다.
Hello everyone, welcome to my good mythical racists, and today we'll talk about why robots are an abomination. They have a podcast. They definitely have a podcast, at the very least. They Who Grip podcast.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Yeah, we're making jokes. We know they're humans.
글쎄.
But then, they don't see them as humans if they have robotic parts. So they might actually still call them robots regardless because they're racist. Gripcast! This is Gripcast, sponsored by the Nail and Hammer. Number one cult in all of the city.
손해를 매우.
Use this product coupon code to get a bonus on your entry gifts. I don't know. What if a person only has a robotic arm? Heresy! No robotic places! No robotic things! Heresy! 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 And we're not even playing 40k. It's the only other time I get to scream heresy.
이 자리에 서 있게 해달라고 바란 적은
한바탕 해볼까?
없었어요. 단 한 번도.
그 오늘의
I don't know, would they take their arm off, give them a chance to repent, and then heresy? Because of sync association muscle, I think, we do know for a fact that live streamers exist in the city. Of course they do.
한바탕 해볼까?
And I bet they have to be really careful about what they say there, because I imagine if you get cancelled in the city,
제가
that means you die.
잠시 어지러워서 못.
한 점만 노린다.
I wanted to yawn and burp at the same time, and that was not good.
깔끔한 헤드샷.
Went terribly.
지금 공로 지원한다.
힘들군.
Hello,
그러니 알아서 잘
Grandma. Welcome
피해야지.
back.
사실은 그렇게
Biological
대단한
prosthetics
일도
exist.
아니에요.
Look at Gregor's arm.
혹시 칭찬을
Yeah, so they'd be
받았다면
okay with that.
엔젤라님이나 말쿠트를 부르는
It's funny
분이
that
나왔을
Faust, who
거예요.
has the chroma ID,
제가 아니라요.
also has an ID that is absolute heresy. Of course! The mirror worlds, bro.
눈에 새겨주지.
The possibilities are endless. Yeah, I never plan on getting that far into Limbus, so we're fine. No, wait, not Limbus. Lobotomy. I don't plan on getting that far in lobotomy. Limbus, we'll get there. We'll get there. Imagine doing a prank channel in the city. Oh my god, the shit. I'm gonna go prank this color, and it's gonna be great. Oh no, I'm gonna go do a prank in a wing. Oh shit, I broke the taboo and I'm dead. I have not gambad
사실은
today.
그렇게 대단한 일도 아니에요.
But apparently while purchase is on the way, so I don't know if I'm best waiting and
말쿠트를 부르는 편이
saving all my gamba for
제가 아니라요.
the next one, for the next bit. Yeah.
잘 들어갔네요.
If it's the end of the month as well. Although, admittedly, I don't have a good Don Quixote ID yet.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
In fact, I don't have one at all, so I'm kind of tempted to roll the Don Quixote one. Just at least once, maybe. We should see how
그
much
정도
stuff
화력으로
I've
우리
got.
사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐? 저놈들
For justice! Exactly! My sweet girl deserves a good ID. Okay, so we've got 2 of them up to 30. I am doing a wee bit of grinding right now. But I shall stop for now. Cause like I said, I don't have a dunk. How many tickets do I have? I could do a roll just on tickets, and I wouldn't be touching my lunacy whatsoever. That's on the Sinclair one. I'd want to do it on the Don Quixote one. Yeah, the manager of Matchaland looks amazing. Like, genuinely looks very pretty as well. She's looking fab in that one, and I kind of want it. So, what if we just did one? What if we did one? I'm always in touch with my lunacy. Yeah, I am. Just one, just one, just one, just one, just one, for fun, for fun, for fun and for Don Quixote, for fun and for Don Quixote, for fun and Don Quixote, for... No, we didn't get this. We did not get a Don Quixote.
자, 정의가
Well, we did get other Don Quixotes. What,
아기들을
she
정의가
association
죽음으로
Don Quixote?
이끌이라.
Why is this baby traumatized looking?
주도라니. 본인은 그런 건 잘 모르네만.
The way of wine drinking etiquette, forsooth, I am quite unacquainted with that subject. 'Tis quite bitter. Oh, sweet girl, sweet girl. Ah, we didn't get anything good, but that's okay. I had to. It's fine. I have plenty of lunacy for later, and we'll get more as we go. What time? We've got half an hour. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. I got El Bidon. I did get El Bidon. Which one is El Bidon? The Blade Don? Blade lineage. Yes, I did get that. The sweet girl. I kinda wanna upgrade this one at some point. BL's pretty good. I know, right? We love a bit of BL sometimes. Who doesn't love some BL? Okay, so that's great. The only one I don't have anything else for is Gregor now. I just want something for Gregor. Oh, I was gonna change my announcers while I was at it as well. I was gonna take Nettie off and put Virgilus on. We're bringing you with me, Dad, whether you like it or not. I also wanna...
저녁은 약속이.
언제나 세상의 정의를 위해 달려나가는 저 핵. 본인은 고민나 싫고 휘두르고 싶어.
Beautiful. Okay, I think I've procrastinated enough. She and BL are equal. You could put both? Both?
밤에는 술과 함께 식사를 하는 문화가 있다.
Like, why is she so troubled?
악인들이
Perhaps
그런
villains are
존재가
closer to us than
아닐지도
one
몰라.
might have thought. Ah, tis
아무것도
but
아니요. 못 들은 걸로 하시오.
I want to uptie the she one because I need to see how she's been traumatized.
훌륭한 식사를 하는 것보다.
Do I have stuff to pick up here? I do. I keep forgetting about this. Heck yeah! Got some stuff. Claim. There we go, we got some more XP there as well, that's nice. Why does level 4 hurt you? Outie could do with it. Outie needs to do it. Oh, so you guys are really far out, so like it hurts you. We should probably uptie Outie if I'm going to be using Outie more seriously. I didn't realize I had enough to do that.
굳이 나까지 나서야 할 정도는 아닌 듯 싶지만 뭐 부탁을 한다고 하니까 알겠다.
More plot. More procrastinating. I'll rip you to pieces. The thing emitted a series of sounds one wouldn't expect to hear from a machine. Soon sparks flew and something ripped apart from it with a loud, tearing noise. You're at 800? Oh my god, that goes forever then. Trying to grind all the achievements, bless. FOMO has no power. FOMO has some power over me, but not that much in the gacha world. That much is for sure. The child tossed the now defunct prosthetic to the side of the alleyway and collapsed on whatever she could find, a seat. Ooh, I'm tired. I probably should not have tried to complete all of these extra contracts at once. Though, if I'm not going to take care of this job she gave me, I suppose it would be best that I don't leave any unfinished contracts behind. NCUP approves of this idea. It does! She is very pretty. Like I said, the first one of this I think is the closest to a fan servicey ID that I've got at the moment. You're on 1,100? Holy shit, that's a lot. The child sighed and scribbled something on a small notepad and made her way back to the office. The note said open contract 404, and above it were several entries labeled private contracts. The child's relatively small fixer office was flooded with a decent amount of daily contracts, to the point where it rivaled the workload of some association's lower-ranking sections. Huh, what am I even doing? This business isn't... Business is... Busyness, not business. I can read. Oh, I've seen... I do want Princess of Lamachaland for reasons. Reasons! Very good reasons! Roger deserves fan service. She's a rocking queen and deserves it. What am I even doing? This busyness isn't at all what I wanted when I started my own fixer office. While offices and associations are both fixer organizations, their minute bit of their workings were somewhat different. It's not entirely correct to say that associations are naturally superior to offices, though they employ many more fixers and operate on larger scale. This is why many offices maintain an associate relationship with associations. Leveling up the battle pass beyond 120, and you get shard boxes, the only ones that give out the thing we use for buying IDs in dispense. Oh, I see. I wondered how you got them. I appreciate it. Many assume the office's primary source of income is from private contracts, but even that isn't easy to snag when the office hasn't made a name for itself yet. So fledgling offices often take what are known as open contracts. Associations often take and post open contracts so fixer offices can pick them up. But since they are also taken on first-come, first-served basis, many offices often go days without grabbing a single one of them. Associate offices, or offices with an association inside, may be subcontracted by them, but neither has been true for this child. When the child opened her own office, she dreamed of slow, easy days of low-effort contracts and nights full of delicious liquor. Did she manage to pick an open contract? Time to get to work. Did she not? Time to get plastered. That was the plan. Anyway, after a while of doing exactly that, her office's reputation inadvertently grew, and private contracts enough to form a queue began drizzling in. It had grown to be a rather reputable office. But this contract was something on a completely different level of significance. I don't know if I should thank my friend for this fortune or blame her for getting me into this mess. You mean Mio? By any chance? Oh, it's Carmen speaking? Interesting. As of now, you have 400 shard boxes that can be used to buy 2 or more IDs and egos. Very nice. I think that's... I know you guys are complaining, and I will probably complain when I get there, but from my baby perspective, that must make it really good to sort of fine-tune your teams, because you'll be able to get some of those IDs that you missed that work to the debuffs you want to be going for, kind of thing. A contract from a wing. I can't help but feel a bit anxious about it. This contract had somehow found its way to her office, all the way from Arcorp. Yeah. Don't go on the train. Please. One of the city's wings. Of course, it was only sheer luck that the child's friend was the first to bring up this contract, to which the child eagerly and immediately jumped at. But luck favours those who are prepared to seize it. After all, it may be simply a testament to how much her office had grown. To worry before I even meet the challenge. This isn't like me at all. I spend my excess shards grabbing all the season 1 egos I missed. That's fun. I think that's a really nice way of doing it, so you can sort of balance your teams and things. You're not at the whims of the gatcha so much. In fact, I should get myself a drink before the train ride. Just one shot to pick me up. No, don't go on the train! Hey, you sang, I'm panning out. With that, she jumped to her feet. She was going to get herself some good vibes, tipsiness perhaps, before embarking on such an important contract. Don't go on the train, don't go on the train, E-I-N-D-O, don't go on the train. So we know what happened to Outie in that universe, that's much for sure. Didn't survive much longer. Okay, well they're all uptied. And 24 is my lowest, which is still a bit shite. Still a little bit shite. Well, I'm going to procrastinate even longer and go on a very quick BRB. Go back. So I guess, as I said, we'll stop procrastinating. Time to start a dungeon. We won't get too far, but that's okay. Enter. I need to set that. 2. Where's my bonus Ryoshu? bonus Doko. What? Could have come a titty, but hello, hola. Me on my brain. Welcome. Rude. I'm gonna go back. Come back. Will that change it? Yay! Refreshed it. It's fine. Let's go. Yeah, I know, but we're gonna go anyway. We're gonna go and we're gonna pray. No, we will force bonus. Oh my god. The branch facility we entered was not as well preserved as the one we had visited in District 4. It seemed N-Corp's Inquisitors had been using this place as their base for a while. Various torture devices and bits of flesh and machinery like those we saw in town came into my sight. Please stop. It hurts. It hurts so much.
여자가 고통을 원하는군.
This one speaks of suffering.
필시 거짓 아픔일
It
것이다.
must be a false cry. Pay it no mind. No, the pain. It's real, I swear.
불순물을 몸에 붙일 때는 아프지 않았는가?
Did it not hurt to attach these impurities to your flesh?
마음이 않았는가?
Did your consciousness not scream as you rejected your humanity?
그만. 이자가 참회를 하기
Enough.
이미 늦었다.
This one is too far gone to repent.
보아라. 눈물도 흘리지 않지
Does the
않는
absence of
거짓
tears not
보이라는
say enough?
것이다.
This one is only pretending to confess.
눈물 흘릴
No,
수 있어.
wait. I can shed tears.
제발.
I beg you, please.
확인하지 않을 필요까지는 없지 않겠는가?
We cannot afford to verify. We can afford to verify, can we not?
물론
Indeed.
거짓 없는 울음은
For a genuine
인간성을
effusion
의미할
of sorrow suggests humanity.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
정말
Thank you
감사합니다.
so much.
자, 그대의 눈을
Now,
들추어보겠다.
we shall lift your eye.
눈물샘마저도
Their
추악한
heretical
불순물을
depravity
몸에
knows no
붙인다.
bounds.
직접
They've
보지
gone
않으면
so
신뢰할 수
far as to make vile devices that mimic tear glands. We must see with our own true eyes if this isn't the
그대의
case.
눈을 뽑아
We will let you
그
go
자리에
if we
상태로
can
찰
confirm that your
내가
eye
미치도록
socket is
하지.
indeed flesh and blood.
뭐? 안 돼.
What?
안 돼.
No! Stop! Huzzah!
이단은 벌레
You
어두가
heretics are truly like pests. Some nodes in this dungeon will give special items that will help later on. Try to get them if you don't want to be steamrolled by enemies later. Okie dokie! Hello Mario, welcome!
홀로 자리하지
Never
않고
alone with a
끊임없이
habit of
배업을
constantly
방해하는 것이
obstructing
아주
our
흡사하다.
great task. You are kindred creatures indeed. Roger shrugged when I looked back.
왜?
What?
이번엔 나도 한번
I wanted to
나서보고
take
싶었어.
charge for once. To be fair, it's not usually Roger who does that. Thank you for the follow, Mori. Welcome. Follow a goal? Heck yeah! Thank you so much. Huzzah! Started here, so let's check. We have to get the items that are gonna help us later. I see no items. Let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go!
어머, 부탁드려요.
Give me plop. Give me plop. Give me plop. Give me plop. After.
위에서 당신을 관리자로 정한 데에는 합당한 이유가 있겠지. 기대하고 있겠습니다.
I thought this was only
Dante.
some that we were doing this for. Why are we doing this for so many more now? Oh well, I guess we'll deal with that.
한바탕 해볼까?
Or we could just win rate, you know. Win rate.
깔끔한 헤드샷.
Rate.
머리통에 작살났다고.
Win rate. N-Corp people. Not an N-Corper.
그렇게
That's a
시원하게
bug.
처리하니 보는 맛이 나는
한바탕
I thought we
해볼까?
dealt with the bunch in the bug on.
빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지.
We dragged Dad down into the dungeon with us.
뭐야? 그새
Wow,
제법 싸우는
이거
폼이
Gotten
발전했는데요.
better at fighting. Oh no! We had Effie, so this is Sword? A faint voice calls out from us from the corner.
소드씨.
Sword. Sword was resting against the wall, exhausted. She was covered in bites and gnawings left by the Petacular? Petacular.
괜찮으세요?
you
일어설 수
alright?
있으시겠어요?
Can you get up easily? Sword could barely talk, let alone stand on her feet. She slowly began to speak, each word filled with pain.
에피는 어떻게
How is he?
살아?
Alive? Yeah, you
밖에서
must have
만났죠?
met outside. Everyone is hesitant to answer Sword's desperate question. How could any of us inform her of the morbid state Effie was in, and now we had to put him, and how we had to put him out of his misery?
네, 살아있어요.
Pekatua, Pekatula, 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 Spectacular. They seem to be anywhere a bar is. Naruhodo. Yes, he's doing fine now. I guess Hong Lu has a very good poker face, so. Hong Lu answered quietly. Hok Twa. No sinner came forward to
잡담은
elaborate.
그만하지.
That's enough chatter.
또 그 이상한 것들이 기어오는
It
듯한.
seems more of those oddities are crawling our way. A swarm of Petacular approached us. It was as though our guilt about lying to her had gained a physical form. Ew. I knew she wasn't going to be doing well. She's in a better state than Effie was, that much is for sure. So I have to go down here whether I like it or not.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Effie has a piercing headache. He do. Effie's situation cost him an arm and a leg.
깔끔한 헤드.
Effie's just a bit effed up right now.
보는 맛이 나는
Terrible.
일처럼
hurts.
빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한
This
법이지.
game hurts, but you know, that's how we roll.
전투 감각 하나만큼은
Oh my gosh.
뒷박질춤.
Wah, 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 wah.
그 도통 알아들을 수 없는 말투만 고치면 딱 좋겠어. 4번 수감자.
The Eve. Terrible and evil. So we've got this, the machinery room. The other machinery room. And the other machinery room. I'm gonna go for the middle one, cause why not? Effie put some steak he couldn't cash out. And that one's even better, because that one ties into the whole... the gambling that we did with them. I hate how good that one is. It both works and doesn't. I still feel bad for using this OP with Sinclair though. It still feels bad, bro.
그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군. 일처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지.
The announcers have such long ass lines. And I'm kind of glad, in a way, I'm sometimes kind of glad when I play things and I don't understand the language because I can drown it out easy. Because I feel like it would get annoying if I understood it, if they repeated the lines so much. Enter the gate! You see a large gate in the distance. There's something eerie about the pointed fences and stone walls. It looks to be the only way through this area, but it's guarded by a large number of inquisitors. Is there anything we can do about them? Strike them behind, run a pride check, then begin a combat encounter. Pass to buff all allies and reduce the number of waves by 1. We could distract them, run a lust check, and then begin a combat encounter. Pass to reduce the number of waves by 2. Confront them directly and fight all the waves. Send Sinclair a low. Sinclair is currently the one who shall grip. They would listen to him. Let's run a lust check. Why not? Proceed. I don't know what this. We might be able to distract them by making some noise. The problem is how to go about it. Hear ye, for I have a plan. Might as well hear her out. You're sure if it's the best idea exactly, but it might not hurt either. You're not sure if it's the best idea exactly. Okay. I wish my Don Quixote would work here, but I guess these two are the way it'll go. Honglu! Commence! Heck yeah! Pass. Honglu made their move. Yeah, even without spite. That was definitely Don Quixote, and I wish I could have sent Don Quixote out, but no. Wait, is that? Hey, we should check that out. The Inquisitors guarding the gate left their posts to investigate the source of the noise. So doth the diversion return. 'Tis exactly as I spake. I plan without flaw, from conception to conclusion. The mastermind proudly exclaims, "Thanks, Don." Honestly, didn't expect it to work well. We'll be able to pass once we've dealt with the remaining Inquisitors. Nice! Enemy waves reduced by 2. Combat encounter! You win the next battle, you gain ego gift
계획을
aside.
세워두면 이런 것도 어렵지 않답니다.
Thanks, full stop, Honglu. We appreciate you.
뒷박질 시간.
Our beloved mastermind, indeed. She does. Like Dawn had a bit of the bit at the start.
뒷박질
She could do with a win. She deserves a win.
한 점만 노린다.
Ah, that's so cool.
그래, 그렇게
A sign,
시원하게
that's what we
정리하라.
want to collect. Okie dokie. We gotta look for the sign.
편이 덜 타. 전투 감각.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's okay. I think we'll be stopping the stream after this battle
알아들을 수 없는 말.
because I am
힘
EP.
조절이
One must sleep.
흑승류 뒷박질 준비. 같이
But this has been really good. I like those uptie stories. They've been really fun. I heard that familiar yet ominous sound of a nail being dragged across the floor from not too far away. Probably finish the Canto next stream. I will try to make sure between streams that I do some grinding. And maybe a mirror dungeon or something. So that hopefully we don't have to spend any more time grinding on stream.
관리자님.
Manager, if I
앞으로는
may
확인
move
사슬을
forward, I would
기본
suggest
전투기에게
soon
넣는 것이
including
어떠신지
steps in our
건의드립니다.
combat protocol to confirm that our foes are dead. Not again! The thought of his return makes what hair I have stand on end. He's getting progressively bloodier at least, so we're getting somewhere. Ye heretics must be exterminated. How long have you been? Guido approaches at a slower gait than before, but his gaze is firmly fixed on me. And the rest shall be purified. I needed to rewind the clock. Most of the sinners were either dead or gravely injured. There was no way an effectively non-combat manager and someone barely holding on to her life could take him.
멈추세요.
Please stop. Just then, Sword pulled out a gun. She pointed the barrel at me.
움직이지 마시길 바랍니다.
I need you to keep
그
still.
시계를 돌리는 순간
The moment you
제
try
총이
to
그대로
turn back that clock,
머리를 꿰뚫어 버릴 거예요.
my gun will blow your head off. Sword?
그렇게 쳐다봐도
Don't look at me
저한텐
like
안
that. I
들려요.
can't hear you, but I can
하지만
tell you
말해드릴게요.
this.
당신을 없애는데
They promised
협조하면
to let
에피는
Effie
살려서
go
보내준다고 했어요.
if I help to get rid of you. Oh, Sword! He's not. He's. Does he save again?
시간을 지나치게 오래
I let too much time pass. Oh no! Guido comes to me and grabs me by the neck. Then he grips my head tightly with his other hand as if to crush it. Creaks, cracks, and rattles ring inside of my head. His finger being inches away from my shattering head terrifies me. Is this it? Is this how I die? Could this have turned out differently if I was a better manager? I remember Heathcliff menacingly asking if there was a way to open up my head so he could see what was inside. Tough luck, Heathcliff. You'll be missing out on a good show. I heard a sound. It wasn't the sound of something breaking, fortunately for me. It didn't come from my head. Sinclair! Has he not stabbed you enough, Guido? Guido staggers. A nail was lodged in his back and Sinclair was gasping for air behind him. He was nearly unconscious, lying still until moments ago. It's a miracle he managed to get up and do this. I could escape Guido's grasp thanks to him. But Guido stood firm despite Sinclair's desperate attack. He collected his breath and slowly turned around. I see. You too are a filthy heretic.
너희들
You're
다 미쳤어.
all insane.
제정신이 아니야.
Out of your minds.
지능자께서
The one who
말씀하셨지.
grips had once said
그대도 또한
that you could have become the one as well.
그러나
What a shame. And he could have, and he did. See, if Chroma wasn't the one who grips and Faust was, then he could have. In that universe.
쥐는 방향이 잘못되었군.
You grip with the wrong direction. Sinclair, run away. I can't help you.
아니요.
No,
이제
I'm not running anymore.
안 도망쳐요.
좋은 대답이네요, 싱클레어 씨.
I like that answer, Sinclair. Gunfire filled my ears, but the bullet struck Guido's head. Sword!
스스로 멸망에 이르는
You
자들이여.
who brings ruination upon yourselves.
망치는
The hammer shall
계속해서
continue to pursue you. With those words, Guido fell to the floor motionless. And in that hush, I heard her handgun drop to the floor. Sword.
에피는 역시
Effie, he's
죽었죠.
dead, isn't he?
당신들은 허술해요.
You're all terrible liars.
거짓말을 하려면 좀
At
그럴듯한
least make it
표정이라도
somewhat
짓던가요.
believable. Yeah, I hope that's the last time.
소드 씨, 얼른 나가자고.
Hello, woman.
지혈 좀 하고 그러면은.
Chroma's not here right now. She might take a message. Except her Guido died again. he might not be able to deliver the message. A woman. Come on, Sword. Let's get out of here. You'll be okay. Just gotta stop the bleeding and get you patched
맞아요.
up.
제가 지혈대를 챙겨.
Right. I'll get a tourniquet.
무슨 말을 하는 거예요?
Don't be
제대로 움직이기도
stupid.
힘든데.
I can hardly lift a finger.
더군다나
Besides,
신문관들은
those
계속 올
inquisitors will
텐데요.
keep coming, won't they?
당신들은 계속 내려가야 하잖아요.
You need to keep moving down.
제가
I'll hold them
여길
off
맡을
here.
겁니다.
You should go.
먼저
어떻게
You
그래요?
can't do that.
제대로 움직이기도 힘들다면서요.
You said yourself
그래서는
you could
어떻게
hardly
뒤를
lift a
맡기겠어요?
finger.
네?
I can't let you watch our backs when you're in such a mess, please.
저기
You know,
이럴 땐
in moments like
그냥
this, you're
고개
supposed
끄덕이고
to just
제로싹에 넘어가면 되는
nod
거랍니다.
at me and be on your way.
격 떨어지게
Why do you
남의
care
사람
so
걱정을
much
왜
about the
하는
one who
거예요?
volunteered to stay behind?
그치만
You can't. You just can't.
아, 이거 진짜 구질구질한 장면인 거
Making this
알아요?
pretty awkward. You know
개콘
that?
멋있는 구도가
Here I
잡혔잖아요.
thought I could have a cool farewell.
파우스트,
Faust,
얼른 이 멍청이들 데리고
please take these
가줘요.
absolute dorks, affectionate, out of here.
베르길리우스 씨한테는
I'll make sure to
안부
give
전해드리죠.
Virgilus your regards.
안부는 무슨
No need.
인사나 한번 와달라고 해주세요.
But just tell him to come visit and
무슨
say hello
뜻인지
someday.
알죠?
You know what I mean. Let's sort her do. She's already nearly dead. She just wants to go out on her own terms now.
네.
Of course. We headed for the next area, leaving Sword to die. We all stayed silent for a long while. Boo. Sinclair's determination to stand up to Chroma after 3 strokes have been drawn. Oh, I need to keep picking those up. But for now, that is all we have for today. The stream will now be ending. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank everyone in chat. Thank anyone alert. Thank anyone who watches the VOD. I really appreciate you coming. I hope you enjoyed my content about how you decide to do it. If you have not already, I would also highly appreciate it if you would leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you have not on Twitch, if you give the Twitch a cheeky follow too, that would be lovely. Last thing you can do for free to support me is, you know, do the shares and whatnot. You could also join the Discord. If you have done those things and you would like to support me in other ways, I recently opened an Etsy where you can find wonderful crochet items such as angry orange cats, jellyfish keyrings, and some hairbands. You could also go to my YouTube membership where you can get emotes, exclusive streams, Discord channel, merch discounts, and chat commands. There is the Patreon where you get short stories, exclusive streams, merch discounts, and free books. There is the Kofi, where if you like my emotes, you can commission me to draw some for you. And last but not least is the merch store, where you can get ebooks, versions of copies of books I've written, bookmarks, notebook, pillow, and stickers. But that is all. That is the shill done very fast. I will be back on Thursday where we're going to do some more game development. But, oh, I also need you guys to tell me what mythologies you want to learn about. I'm going to put that book list in the Discord. And I want you guys to look through and maybe see if there's any books you like the look of. And that will be the new book for Sunday. Or at least help me decide. It's a long list. But yeah, I will make sure to do that. But for now, I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Bridie Westwood, Land of Finn Library. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.